You wouldn't want to have one too many climbing up these stairs.
I actually do know this one. It's because
there are graves here.
Oh, it's dark in here.
oh, look at the floor.
Yeah, we have not gone down in there yet. This scares the bejesus out of me. Hey guys, from Andrea, Steven, PinInTheAtlas, thanks for coming out. I'm Chris Pattison with the Friends of Sutro Tunnel. You guys are gonna have a great day today. We're gonna do something that most people have never done before, and we're gonna get it all on video. We're gonna take you around the outskirts of the site. I'm gonna show you mounds and areas and historical artifacts that have never been videoed before. So let's go on a cool adventure. So usually we take the tour up through the area and the houses, but today we're gonna go through here, and I'll show you something that I just found myself a couple months ago, because I never hiked through here before. This is a lot of fun. There's these mounds of rocks, and you'll see what they are. So right here is one of them, and they're spread out. As we hike through this area, you'll see one here to our right, and there's more down to our left and further back. And my thought is that these is where people were staying. So a lot of your miners, they were just coming for a short amount of time. They were just here to make money, so they would build hovels. They'd stack rocks up around, make whatever they could for a roof. I could be wrong, but these are my initial thoughts on what these mounds are. And then if you look out this way, these are the tailings and the dumps from the mines. Everything here came out of that mountain, right out from underneath Mount Davidson. And this is what's on top also is a lot of tailings from the stamp mill, and what's underneath is the dump from the mine. Normally the tours go this way, but while we're here, I'll point it out to you. This is the original carriage house. You could house a couple horses in there or mules. You'd ride on up and leave your carriage here, and the caretaker would take care of the animals.
I do know that this is one of the original buildings to this area. Oh, it's dark in here.
Ooh. Oh, look at the floor, all the bricks.
So, wow. So I wonder what that was then. Was that a...
Well, that's modern piping.
So that was a bathtub up there, wasn't it? By the looks of it? Or a kitchen?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's got the main pipe going down there where the toilet would have been and the shutoff valve behind it for the water.
This looks like some sort of food trough. Feed trough.
It does. At first glance, I thought, oh, there's a little bar in here, but yeah, you're right. It does look like a little feeding trough.
Isn't that bizarre? Yuck, should have put gloves on.
You have to wash your hands really good.
Oh, of course, and use disinfectant as well. Again, you wouldn't want to have one too many climbing up these stairs.
So my stairs are not good for me.
So there's nothing actually up here apart from that of interest.
I can see that from here.
It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that...
Oh,
that's
from
locked.
the outside.
But
Yeah, that goes out back.
That just has steps going down. Oh, cool. All locked up?
Yep.
This first building, more on our left, this is a Victorian. It's the old Shoals house from Carson City. This is one of the oldest buildings for the area, and possibly one of the oldest buildings of Carson.
They moved it in one house back in the 70s and put it on new foundations.
Brick foundation.
Uh-huh.
What an incredible home.
And there's apparently the ghost hunters like coming here and investigating this place.
Oh, I can see why. It's got the haunted look to it, doesn't it?
Let's go in and check it out. That was me. Hello? Anybody here? Wow. Spiral staircase.
That is pretty neat.
Now this, I could live here.
Yeah, this is done up more modern, because I know they already said they want this one to be fixed up for people to be able to rent out and stay in at some point.
I think that was to do for weddings and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people were still living here up until I think 2004, 5, something like that. And, oh, there you go.
Notice, service has been terminated, 2007.
2007 they got evicted. Wow. But what a gorgeous place. I mean, so this is a Victorian house. Look at the sash windows.
Yeah.
And the picture window.
Mm-hmm.
We would call that a picture window.
It would be a beautiful breakfast nook.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've got your breakfast bar. So this obviously wouldn't have been like this back in...
No, because you've got modern drywall and texture and everything like that. So this is...
Gorgeous though.
Absolutely.
But they have obviously jiggled it about and into the kitchen. Oh. What's out here? Oh, cobwebs. Oh, spider, you're not going to like that.
Oh, okay, you better take the camera. But look at the door handle. How ornate. That's beautiful.
Oh, this is just a modern...
Little storage, looks like.
Yeah.
And that's the, goes outside, right?
Yeah, that goes outside. And you overlook Rosa Mays. It's actually a really nice style kitchen. I mean, I would have had a bigger island, but you know, you've got the... So I wonder if that was the dining room, or would that have been the living room, seeing as you've got the other room the other side? No, this would have been the living room, wouldn't it? I would have thought. I don't know how much of it's changed. And then this would have been the larder, or what you call the pantry.
Which contains a water heater now.
And then back out into the main area. Now, I wonder what this room used to be.
The foyer.
Oh.
Parlor, because it looks like a wall at one point there.
Yeah, I would say you're right, definitely a wall. But this, don't know what this room, because this is a bit of a funny kind of style room, because then you've got the bathroom. Now, 1880s, they wouldn't have had a bathroom in the 1880s. So this would have been put in, I don't know, I really love that basin.
That is nice.
I wonder if that's what, a 40s basin?
Looks, possibly. The loo.
And the
And
bathtub. Fancy going upstairs?
I think so.
This is so cool.
This is.
Now, I don't know. Oh, wow. Have you seen the stained glass
stained
window?
glass, I did.
Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know whether or not this place is haunted, but as I said, a lot of ghost hunters actually really like this place. Wow, so this is really kind of strange, all open planned. So I wonder, kind of like a, what do they call that? A gallery. Don't they call that a gallery?
I just call it an open hallway. But yeah, just big open rooms up here.
Strange. And again, they wouldn't have had a bathroom. Not back in the 1880s.
No. Very large bathroom.
It's huge. This would have been a bedroom, I would have thought. And then another attic room. Bedroom.
Smaller building with a new wall. That's our wood shop. We had to replace that wall, but we used all rough cut lumber.
Nice.
Everything we do out here is as historically accurate as possible. We also use square nails. I'll show you those.
Oh, beautiful.
New square nails. And we
Nice.
keep the old ones too.
Let's take a peek in here. Oh, wow.
Look at this large piece of equipment here.
So I wonder what that did. And you think all of this equipment, we've said this in so many of our mining towns and the places out in the middle of nowhere, they had to bring all this equipment here.
Larger building is the warehouse.
Now I think at one point this was a saloon. You've seen the donkey shoes right
Oh, yeah.
side up. And do you know why they're donkey shoes?
The ends are turned up.
The ends are turned up to stop them tripping over. And do you know why they use donkeys or mules in mines and not horses?
I actually do know this one. It's because horses would get spooked and they would rear up.
Hit their heads and knock themselves out.
And donkeys wouldn't. They're more reserved when they get spooked, so they're easier to manage.
And they also get used to the dark quicker. True story. Let's take a look.
After you.
Oh, wow.
Little red building you see on the left, that could possibly be Rosa May's. We're still doing research on it. Rosa May was a historical figure from Carson City.
So, can you remember when we went to Bodie?
Yeah.
And there was a lady of the evening who
Oh, yeah,
helped the miners. Her name was Rosa May. This is her place.
Really?
She actually started off, or she came to Virginia City, and this house was hers, and it was moved from Carson City to here.
That's incredible. I like this architecture.
I think this has been slightly modernised since, though. Do you not think?
I would think so, because back then they wouldn't have done.
'Cause
This
this
is
is
more
a-
like 70s style.
Yeah,
kind
because
of- but
this
it looks
was
neat.
this was built in the 1880s because she died in Bodie in 1911,
Yeah.
or so they say.
Right.
They don't know the true dates. So yes, definitely 70s with the sliding doors,
Yeah.
the carpet, the bathtub.
Seen some better days.
And no trip would be complete. But wow, would you look at this old kitchen sink? And kind of like a, not a true butcher's block, but I guess a draining board.
Oh, wow.
Now, I would say that that bit there was an add-on, and that would have been a kitchen window.
To the outside.
So
yeah.
you could do your washing up looking out. That's my take
I
on
would
it.
agree, yes, this does look like an outside, because there's a step going out as well.
Little porch. Do you call these porches or?
Yeah, this would be a porch.
We
Now it's
ca-
closed-in porch.
Yeah, we would call this a lean-to. Huh. Let's go out the back door.
You can see the mule barn, the coop, and some of the other buildings that we'll get to later. But we're gonna go up this way where we usually don't ever take anyone.
Yes.
We're gonna go back here. There was a fire here. There's been lots of fires here, but this particular one from many years ago, and this is speculation, but there are graves here that we're going to point out to you. We're going to try and find them. I was just sent a picture of it from one of our volunteers. He found the location. So we're going to have a little adventure here trying to find it ourselves.
They're all mounds.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 6 people that died in that fire. From this angle, you can see where the front alluvial all caved in. Up until a few months ago, we had timbers under that were barely holding, and then everything under those timbers was collapsed. We've pulled all of that out, and we're going to rebuild it. There's some of the timbers there that we pulled out.
That's incredible. There's something, we always say this too. Driving around out in the middle of nowhere, but you look up at the mountain and there's a portal.
Yeah.
They just have this charisma about them where it's like, you know probably what's going to be in there, but you just want to check it out.
Gotta go look.
You know, you have to look.
And from here you can see, so we have the portal, the candle building, our pond, machine shop / blacksmiths, mule barn, carts. So this is a water heater,
Oh no.
wood fired. So it gives you your instructions here. This is newer in comparison to the rest of the site, but there's 2 of them here. And I think what they did is they had a hot tub up here. You put this inside, you put your fire going, it would heat this up and smoke would come out so you could have a hot tub.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
This area here took us a while to figure it out, but we dug up some historical records and we talked to one of the last guys that lived out here. He's now in his mid-90s, but
wow.
he lived out here when he was a kid, the West family.
Oh, nice.
They were the ones living in the mansion when it burnt down, and then they lived in the assay office. This was the ice house. We haven't gone down in there to explore yet, but you can see the boards and the cave-in. They would store huge blocks of ice. So we had glacier ice back in the mining days.
Yeah.
And they would store that ice in here so they could take it into the tunnel and cool off the miners and the mules.
Yeah.
But that also tells us back 150 years ago, we had glacial ice in Tahoe.
Yeah.
That can make it all the way down here and be stored. It was that big of ice chunks without melting.
Nice.
We don't have that anymore.
Nope.
So take what you will from that bit of information. But yeah, we have not gone down in there yet. This scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah,
There's some critters living down there.
Yeah, this type of rock always makes me...
This is all alluvial and colluvial fill. You just hit it wrong, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at one time it was timbered. These timbers are 150 years old.
Yeah, I know. That's just remarkable. And they were actual size, you know?
Yeah,
The 2x4 was actually
true cut.
2x4.
Yeah, neat. Let's go check out the portal.
And here it is.
Here it is.
The famous Sutro Tunnel.
Now, this isn't a mine, because some people think this is a mine.
Yeah.
This was a water adit to drain the water from the mines
We're not going to go in as far as we do with some of the miners.
for better air circulation, make it cooler, and obviously a lot safer.
We don't have hard hats. We don't have the safety equipment.
Did you know that this tunnel is 3.88 miles in length, and the drifts that go off to the side are over 4.86 miles?
But I'll get you under here.
That's an incredible amount of earth that was removed, and the different types of layers, you know. Some of it was hard rock, some of it was clay. Then you get this material right here, which is very unstable and dangerous. That's why this interior here is collapsed at the front.
Yeah, it took 9 years to build.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that's the thing, this is the first time we've explored a mining camp that isn't a mining camp, because like I said, this was set up for a tunnel system to help drain water and connect some of the other mines around the Comstock lode.
That's right.
They did process ore here though.
They had cut out the original center beam that was here and put in these steel posts and this beam runner. I don't know where the original doors are at that were on here, cage doors, but we do have the original outside door still.
Nice.
Before, it was 2 sides. They came in and made it just one big one. Now, throughout the tunnel, there are sections that were big, sections that are small. There's also underground changing rooms, ice buildings, machine shops. As we work back, we're going to be able to find all these historical places that are back there. And come on in, guys.
And you never know what other artifacts you're going to find.
Exactly. I've had tons of people contact me about blue jeans. I'm like, well, I haven't found any yet.
I know. Where's the Levi's, bro?
We could go to about this point here when I first came out. There were still timbers here in this one section and this collapsed, but we didn't know what was beyond it. So when we sent in that drone, went over through a small hole and we saw, we didn't know. And then we saw it was wide open. That drone did 3D rendering, LiDAR, tested air quality. That gave us our green light. Like, hey, now we can pull all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's safe to do so and it's wide open. If the whole thing was collapsed throughout, we wouldn't have done anything. But now, because of that, we know it's not collapsed throughout.
Yeah.
Now we can see how thin this is. We used to hike up above here. Now we're like, nah, not gonna do that. Yeah. This is a time-lapse camera. Once we get the construction going on, we're gonna do a time-lapse that shows our progress.
Yeah.
As for historical records and for fun, and we're just gonna put it on our website.
Yeah. That's so cool.
This just started growing recently, and that was a problem. The water, though.
So this obviously would be the water that they would have pumped out.
Yeah, the water is draining, like you said before, at almost 4 million gallons of water per day, 3,500,000. Now we're at about 30 gallons per minute, if that. But this is the same water supply. There's a heavy concentration of dissolved solids. There's silver in this water, and there's also a lot of bacteria from the wood, from the timbers rotting. So I wouldn't drink it, but this is cleaner than the Carson River.
And where does this water come from?
It comes from all the mines of Virginia City.
So is it just from ice melt or just underground springs?
All underground springs. It's geothermal also.
I did read that some of the water was really, really piping hot, so they had
As
to
you worked
test the
further
water.
back, it just kept getting hotter and hotter. There's points where the water was 140 plus degrees, scalding.
Yeah.
Yeah. The water out of our tap, I'll show you guys, there's a well also that we use for the on-site water. You open that up and it comes out burning hot. It's so hot, the water here. It's incredible. It's good, but it's all geothermal.
Yeah.
We're on geothermal pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can feel it today. It's tepid. You can touch it. It's clean. It's a little cold, but that's because there's dams, natural dams formed from the collapsed timbers. I'll let you peek up above, but you see this section and then a dam.
Yeah.
And then another section and then a dam. So we can go to about here, and I would say that's it. We don't have any of our safety gear with us. We can see it up and down.
So it is set up like a mining camp.
So they did have a mill here. They had several hundred people that lived here. And we'll go to some of the other buildings too.
I think we're good now to walk over. Just your comfort level. And here's a survey marker. These ran the entire length all the way to the Savage Mine. On the saddle, there's a flag sitting up there. There's another marker further back behind the fence, And then, like I said, there's one that's in machine shop. Most of the markers have been cut down or removed.
Right.
This mound was built later by BLM to divert water from going down to going across and into the pond instead of backing into the back of the portal. That building way over there, so you wanted to keep your dynamite building at a distance, right?
Yep.
That one's really far.
Yeah.
They used giant powder out here. And that's the dynamite building. The walls in it are this thick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you come up here, you'll see how thick these walls are. We've had erosion and things have happened to it, but this was huge.
Wow.
Straight back, you see those big panels straight back there that are in direct line with the tunnel?
Yep.
Those are air pipes. And we installed solar panels on top of that. So the air, we have positive airflow.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we close it off, we can ventilate. That's 1,100 feet back. It was told us by Greg Hess that in 1980, Houston Oil and Minerals, they hit a clay wall at 2,500 feet back. Then they put in those pipes and they put in a dam. And instead of going past the clay wall and exploring further, they stopped there, and that dam is at about 1,100 feet. We haven't made it that far back yet. The drone got back about 500 feet. We hope to explore the area safely later down the road and see that dam for ourselves. A lot of people have told us there's a dam. A lot of people have lived here over the years said there's a dam back there, and you could put a canoe in there.
Oh, wow.
And boat around. So we may only make it that far back. We may make it back further. There's a mine, an adit in Germany, I think it's in Germany. They restored that, and that's one of their fun activities. They have a dam. You get in a boat, you go across the dam and get off on the other side.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
so we hope to be able
incredible.
to do that here. Yeah. These are dead men that had cables, guy wires, that ran to the top of the house. Here and along this side here. That was, if you've ever read Roughing It, Mark Twain talks about the Washoe Zephyrs. The strong Washoe Zephyrs would blow through here. It was blowing the mansion off the foundation.
Yeah.
You'll see photos of these cables to the top of the mansion that was holding it in place on these massive pipes that are drilled, I don't know how far into the ground. They're working on protecting Adolf Sutro's properties in Western San Francisco. The Cliff House, the baths, all the old homes, all the historical places there. They found this plaque on the Cliff House in San Francisco. And what they're doing with redesigning it wasn't going to fit. This was dedicated back in 1987, March 28th, 1987. This was donated to us just this year. We put this up a couple months ago. This is this temporary place. We're going to have a much better location, hopefully soon. It says all sorts about Adolf Sutro and what he did for San Francisco after he left here. Now the clampers, I keep talking about these guys. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the clampers, we wouldn't have got a lot of this work done. They come out here all the time and just do a ton of work for us. I love the clampers. They're a great historical drinking society or drinking historical society.
Yeah.
What? They drink and they love history and they work their asses off. These guys
Sounds
are
like
awesome.
my kind of people.
Yeah. You'll see what I mean. We're not sure. Tucker Highlands Lyon, but Lyon, and we're in Lyon County, and that was named after the Lyon family. So that's Lyon as in the person's name. Died Mother's Day, 2001, 12 weeks, 2 days. I don't know, I mean, do you mark that for an animal? Not usually. This is what the whole site looked like. What you see here, with all this crap everywhere and trees and dead growth, this was a Sutro site until about 2016, up until recently. Coming out here, working all the time, our volunteers that are amazing. Can't say enough about our amazing volunteers. The Moose, Pam and her team, Clampers, Desert Pigs, and more. Love our volunteers. Thank you guys.